Hello, good people, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I understand that the world we live in today is full of chaos, full of noise and drama. And at some point, we all get tired and we just want to shut our mind from listening to whatever that is happening around us. Yes, that is called getting deep within oneself. God is a spirit that dwells within us, within you, within every human being. And at times, you need to get deep within and tap to the Lord and ask Him whatever questions that are bothering you. Ask Him for peace. Ask Him for the love. Ask Him for that peace of mind away from the chaotic world. Today, I want us to talk about what is getting deep within and what is being still in the Lord. Please travel with me this journey to the end of this discussion and let us find out what is getting deep within and what is being still in the Lord. It is written in Psalms 46 verse 10 that, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations, and I will be exalted in the earth." The New Living Translation: "Be still and know that I am God. I will be honored by every nation. I will be honored throughout the world." Being still. Mr. Salim, what does being still in God mean as per the word in the book of Psalms chapter 46?
Stillness is the act of going deep within, or diving deep within, or seeking refuge deep within. Because what is within man is the Spirit of God. It is the seeking of the oneship and sonship with the divine Spirit within us. It's all about going deep within.
How do one go deep within? How do one become still?
Like when you want to do your prayers, you go into your closet. That is number one. Then you close the doors and the windows. The closet, that which we are called to go within, is our bodies. And then the windows and the doors which we are supposed to shut are the carnal thoughts of the mind.
Okay.
Because man is body, mind, and spirit. These three things. In order to hear the voice of the spirit, or our intuition, there is one thing which has to be shut down, which is the carnal mind.
Okay.
This minute you are thinking what you are going to eat, the next minute what you are going to wear, what tomorrow, how you are going to pay your bills tomorrow, what is going to happen tomorrow to the guy who... that part of the mind which is noisy. Actually, that is what the Bible is saying. When we are told, close the windows, is closing those noises. Actually, that is noise. That mind which is jumping here and there restlessly, that is what is noise. And this is what is preventing us from hearing the voice of the Spirit within. Because the voice of the Spirit within is very, very elusive. Number one, this voice of the Spirit within, it is always accompanied by the carnal thought or the reasoning mind.
Okay.
It's like bumper to bumper. Zinafuatana tu hivi. If you have not practiced being still, you will always
Slide into the...
Yeah, because the voice of the Spirit will come immediately, and it comes with the reasoning. This is how the voice of the Spirit works. The first thought is always the voice of the Spirit, but this first thought is always followed by the reasoning thought. Immediately you start reasoning on that situation, then you lose that voice of the Spirit. And this is very tricky. So first we have to shut down the carnal thoughts. Then you shut down the body. And shutting down the body is like taking relaxing.
Okay.
With doing some breathing, because actually breathing is one part that connects human with the spirit.
Okay.
The Bible says that, and the world became void, and the Spirit of God was hovering all over what we call air. Air is part of spirit. That's why plants use air. Humans use air. When someone is in a panic mode, when you tell them relax, take deep breaths. In, out, they relax. You become conscious of that breathing. Like you are regulating it like 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Then that one relaxes your body. Your mind activity also stops, slows down. Then you can shut down.
Our minds most often tend to overtake the spirit's communication to us. We should stop thinking so deep into issues. We should always listen to the first thought that we have and take action based on that thought.
This taking refuge to that which is within us is also tricky because it has its own other basics.
Okay.
You as a temple of God.
Okay.
You as the vessel of God. You as the indwelling of the Spirit. That house is your house in order. That is the first thing. Do you carry any negative emotional energies?
Okay.
Of anger, hatred, resentment, fear, jealousy, unforgiveness? All the negative aspects make our body or these vessels heavy.
Okay.
And to connect with the spirit within, to experience that bliss, our bodies have to be light.
Otherwise, they will interfere with the communication.
Exactly. They will act as the cloud that is dense, which distracts that connection of the communication, that network to the spirit within.
Okay.
So first things first
is to cleanse the system.
First, we have to work on ourselves.
Okay.
This is the first principle. Work on thyself. The first principle.
Okay.
First, you have to examine yourself. And be honest to yourself. We humans are very funny. We would like always to work on other things. Then other things, we justify them. First of all, you have to be honest
with yourself.
With yourself. If you are working with anger, work on it. If you are working with hatred, come to peace with it. Eliminate it from within yourself. If you are struggling with unforgiveness, identify it. And if you are working in fear or worries of what am I going to eat tomorrow, how am I going to pay my bills tomorrow, what am I going to do this? You have to work upon them and let them grow so that this vessel becomes clean.
Okay.
First, put that closet clean, because you can't go in that closet and shut the doors while it is full of garbage.
Sure. So the voice of the spirit cannot be heard enough in a dirty or in a contaminated vessel.
A heavy, dense, contaminated vessel. The voice of spirit is gentle.
Okay.
The same way you see the sun rising in the morning, no matter how keen you are not going to hear any kind of noise.
Sure.
God is teaching us a lot of things through nature, but we always ignore. And through nature, God is showing us. The air is flowing. The trees are in stillness. The grass, they never make noise. They are at peace. We never take time to shut down from the external world. Just to be in the state of being with the oneness or the flow of the universe, of the flow of the creation. Just being. Because even God is just in the state of being. Scientists are saying that they have noticed that the universe is expanding. And the universe is expanding because God is in the state of being and in just state of expressing himself.
Okay. What are the benefits of being still and getting deep within.
After one has worked upon himself to eliminate all the negative aspects within self, he has become lighter. When your body is emptied of the negative aspects, your body becomes light.
Okay.
And then in that moment, you can even easily shut your carnal mind and your carnal thoughts or the reasoning mind. Even when you are doing something, if you have worked upon yourself, you can be still while doing something else. You can become in the state of being when driving, state of being when cooking, state of being when, because you can disconnect from the carnal thoughts and being in that present moment, which is the moment of the spirit. This moment, the now moment, being present at each and every second, being present when you are cutting your vegetables, that just being there in that present moment, focusing all your attention being in that moment where the knife is going through that vegetable. All your thoughts are there. So when you become light, you can even do this. You can become in the state of being, which is the state of the spirit. Spirit of God has got no time. It is yesterday, today, and tomorrow, all at this now present moment. Many people have never acknowledged the Spirit of God within. That Christ within, if you have not realized it, you have never acknowledged it, then that is another part you have to work upon. Because even in our normal lives, in our relationships, we have to acknowledge our wives. They understand that you love them.
Sure.
So without acknowledging that Spirit of God or the Christ within you, the Spirit of God is that which gives life. It will give you life. But immediately you recognize, realize, and acknowledge the Spirit of God within or the Christ within. It's like you awaken
To that Christ.
to that Christ. Even your body cells will become active. They will know now, yes, this guy has awakened to his true self.
Okay.
Now you can even speak to your body cells.
Okay.
You can talk to your own body.
Okay.
You can reverse your own aging process.
Okay.
You can heal yourself by just commanding the cells of your body.
You can heal yourself by being still.
Exactly. Acknowledging the spirit and stillness.
During his time on earth while engaging humanity, Christ healed many people. And in most cases, you could hear him tell them, your faith has healed you. Is this being still the same as getting deep into your faith?
Faith is like the deeper acknowledging without doubt. You know, this is without doubt.
Okay.
And if you are doing anything without even single doubt, it happens. Either you are a believer
Or not.
These are principles of the universe. They are not religious principles. They are not owned by Christianity, Muslims, and this. If you believe that you can do something, or if I touch, this is a bucket of water. If I touch it, it's going to turn into wine. If you believe, anyone who believes,
It happens.
it happens. Total belief. This is a principle of the universe.
This means if one gets deep within, that person is believing and is having faith without doubt.
Completely, and an acknowledging whatever we are seeking outward, all comes from within.
Okay.
Answers comes from within. Fulfillment comes from within. Joy comes from within. Everything comes from within. As within, so without. Putting a blind eye on the negative emotional energies that we reside within us. Anger, hatred, resentment, fear, jealousy, unforgiveness, these all negative aspects in our heart overflow us and manifest as sicknesses. All the sicknesses which develop from within, ulcers, high blood pressures, diabetic, some forms of cancers, that which are developing from within, not infected from outside. They are always as a result of the overflow of the negative emotional energies
within us.
If you are vibrating to the frequencies of fear, your immune system always is low, always. So you can be attacked by any stupid disease, anytime, any moment.
So being still also helps us to heal our systems and our bodies and our health.
Exactly. Also brings you to the worship and the sonship with the one infinite creator, the Christ within. When you are grounded within, every time you become one with the Father. Just at night, if you are having some kind of trouble and you need answers, shut down your mind and go deep within. Call upon the Christ within and just ask anything. Christ within me, I have problem this and that. Bring me answers and solution to this, and be still and let it be. You have already given them. Expecting nothing. Trust me. Answers come.
How easy is it to be still? How easy is it to just go down deep within yourself?
It is easy because the Spirit of God is simplicity. All these dramas we have created ourselves. All these stairs, you want to meet God, you have to pass through this guy, you have to see this one, you have to pay this one, you have to plant a seed at this. These are all dramas. Spirit of God is simplicity. God is simplicity. Look how simple nature is. God is simplicity. We are not experiencing God because we have built walls around God. We have limited God. And this act of going deep needs only one simple thing, that pure intent. Pure intent is the very first step. Pure intent from your heart is what brings forth the first step towards that journey to God. That pure intent. If today you have that pure intent that I want to experience God, trust me, you can experience God today. In totality. In stillness, when you ask, God knows of our heart desires and our troubles, even before we go to Him with prayers. State of stillness, you just go there and just be in the state of being in the presence of the Spirit. Your body is still, your mind is still. What is active is the Spirit of God. Let the Spirit of God work within you. Do not go with the list of demands, because Spirit is in you. It knows all what you are passing through. It understands all your heart desires. Just be still and know that it's God.
Quite often we pray to God, and when we pray to God, we go with prayer items, a list of things that we are asking the Spirit to do for us.
Some prayers with words are just lip service. Because you will go to God with a lot of blah blah blah, and deep within you, you are not even clean. You're going to go with the list of demands while you are walking with unforgiveness. You are walking with anger. You are sowing hatred everywhere you step. You are not the light even in the dark areas. You are just proclaiming to be of light. But when you go to darkness, you fit in that darkness. You cannot even shine light.
The Bible is very clear. It says, there is no one who is righteous, not even one. Is there anybody who can be totally clean before God?
No one is perfect and everyone is human. But we have to work upon ourselves to eliminate all that which is not serving our magnificence. Because if you say that only the righteous should forgive, then we are wrong. Only the righteous should love, then we are wrong. Because no one is righteous. And we are supposed to walk in love. We are supposed to walk in forgiveness. We are supposed to walk in peace. It's not about being righteous and of righteousness, but it is working upon thyself. People are struggling with unforgiveness, and this is one of the greatest obstacles in spiritual walk.
Okay.
Second obstacle is past traumas.
Okay.
And fear. These three things, you are not going anywhere with these three things. If you walk with fear, unforgiveness, and past traumas, you are not going to the next density of light. Fear, past traumas, and unforgiveness are heavy negative emotional energies. These ones will prevent and will stop and will barricade many people from moving to the next density.
I met somebody who told me that in order for anyone's prayer to be answered, they must pray using the word or the name Jesus. That you cannot pray, you cannot even cast demons without using the name Jesus. Even Jesus himself said in John 14 verse 6, and Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Does it mean that for our prayers to be answered, we should always pray through the name Jesus? Is it Jesus or Christ? Because you're telling us that the whole concept of Jesus was not about Jesus the person or Jesus the name. It was about the Christ within him. What should be our prayer content, our prayer concentration? Is it on Jesus or on Christ?
A lot of Jesus' teaching were in metaphors.
Okay.
And that's why he told his disciples clearly, for you it is given, but for others it shall be given in parables, so that they have ears but will not hear, they have eyes and will not see.
Okay.
The story was about the Christ in Jesus, and the Christ consciousness was like the new covenant. And this new covenant was the covenant of love. Thou shalt love your God with all your heart,
Okay,
and all your soul. And the second one is, thou shalt love thy neighbor. There are no greater commandments than above these two.
okay,
This Christ consciousness is the consciousness of love. No one comes to the Father but through love.
okay,
In love, you can remove demons.
okay.
You can heal the sick. You can do anything. You can fly. You can do everything you want. This is the new covenant which Jesus represented. Love is the pure essence of the Spirit. Love is the pure essence of God. Love was the first thought of God before he brought forth creation. Love is all that is. Above all is love. Simple.
Okay.
Love is the only pure essence of God. That's why humans are struggling to practice love. Because it is not it's something new. We are co-creators. And the reason why we are co-creators, because what is within us is the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God is a creator spirit. What you speak, what you think, you create.
Okay.
That's how powerful we are.
So the name Jesus does not matter. What matters is that we attach love. We attach the Spirit of God.
It is love that brings forth everything. It's not a name. It is that vibration of love. That is why you will find people who are not believers. They are able to manifest things. They are able to live good. Because there are people who never go to churches, mosques, and everything. But they are walking with love.
Okay.
You will find a drunkard, but a loving person. That aspect of love within that drunkard is God by itself.
Okay.
Many times You will find love among drunkards, but you can never find love among believers. You will find believers, a group of believers, of backbiters, haters among themselves, worshiping God together. A tree is known by the fruits it produces. Us being the trees, what are the fruits which we give out? There's 7 fruits of the Spirit: peace, joy, whatever. These 7 fruits of the Spirit. Can we be the source of these spirits to other people, taking joy to other people, peace, happiness? Us being the source, that is the baseline.
We are talking about being still to know the Lord. So the whole essence is about trying to understand what love can do to a human life. God is love and is the spirit that dwells within us. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. To the viewers, thank you so much for watching this to the end, and please get deep within yourself, be still, and know God. Spread the love, because it's just all about love. Thank you, and God bless you.